All right, party people. Now, I know it's gonna take a little bit of minute for folk to slide on up in here. So you got three of the facilitators for this here next 60-day challenge. And we are excited about it. So this here is one of the best challenges I've been a part of. Hence, I ain't never been a part of any other challenge, so really got nothing to compare to. So this here is a good best 60-day challenge. It is great. So I really enjoyed doing it. I was a little apprehensive at first, but I did it just to support Star, and I've fallen in love with the whole concept and what we're doing and working with the other leaders of this here 60-day challenge. And I see we got some folks sliding on up in here. So good to see y'all. Go ahead on and hit the like button. Additionally, go ahead on and hey, what's going on, Addie? And also tell us where you're coming from. Good to see you. Good to see you there, Denise. Feel free to share and let the folk know. And any questions about the 60-day challenge you have, just drop them in the comment section, and we will be able to answer those questions for you. So even if we don't answer right off the bat, we will get back to them. So before we go into any deeper detail, we're going to start with Belinda, then LADARRELL, then to Addie, sharing who they are and give a little synopsis of your background so people will know that you're just not some brand new notary that came off the street. So we'll start with Belinda.
Hi, I am Belinda B. Bennett. I am here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and my background is I am a military veteran of the Army, and in '98 I became a notary. Fast forward 2016, I became a mentor. Thereafter, I became a certified trainer for the state of North Carolina, alongside with my personal business. I've continued to do a mentorship training programs to actually help notaries locally here in the state understand the laws much better so they can actually be less likely to violate them. And I found my passion to actually teach a few years ago. Never thought I would be in this space. However, it has really brought a lot of fulfillment for me to be able to help others on this level of just truly helping them to get it. And I'm also a small business owner, have been helping small businesses since 2010 to actually build their foundation, to really do things legally when it comes to having an actual business that people can actually appreciate, trust, and do business with. So I also offer business consulting. So thank you guys for joining all of us today. Back to you.
All right, my man LADARRELL. This is my first time seeing LADARRELL in person, and he looked just as smooth as those pictures he be putting out there. I was like, okay, I thought I was a smooth looking one, but he got me in number 2 spot. So over to you, LADARRELL. Can't hear you at the moment.
There we go. Is that, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I had to switch mics. Perfect. I appreciate it. I say nonsense, Uncle Griff, nonsense. It's a privilege and a pleasure to be here. I appreciate you guys having me. So for everyone out there, welcome. My name is LADARRELL WORF. I am a mobile notary out in the beautiful Peach State of Georgia. I am the owner of Gen Mobile Notary and Apostille Services. You know what? Like Griff said, we are not just notaries that just came on the scene, right? We are not notaries that just came on the scene. I have been an entrepreneur for, it's crazy I can say this now, for nearly 12 years. For nearly 12 years, I got my start out in real estate space, on the side of real estate investing and also real estate education sales, right? That's where I was. Also within that time, I did learn quite a few things. And funny story, I was actually one of those work notaries, right? I was one of those work notaries. I worked at a title company. I also worked in property management. So I had no idea back then that I can make notary a career. because again, I was just a quote unquote work notary, right? Fast forward, I moved over to the state of Georgia and got introduced to being a notary outside of work. And it's been nearly 4 years now. This March will be 4 years that I've been commissioned in the state of Georgia. And along the way, I just saw there's a lot of things that were missing from the space, right? When it comes to like true business activities and running it as a business. And it's just been a passion. Let's say it that way. It's been a passion of mine to help fill in those gaps and help people learn and grow along the way using all the training that I've accumulated over the last 12 years. It's crazy to say again, 12 years. But yeah, it's been a pleasure to be invited to join the 60-day challenge where I will be facilitating I'll be sharing with you guys Apostille facilitation. And it's going to be another tool that you can add to your business to help you grow and thrive. And I'm excited to talk more about that a little bit later. Back to you, Griff.
All right, all right. And then we have our wonderful friend, Addie. I tell you, she's just a wonderful, wonderful person. Hardworking young lady out there doing what she got to do. You at least tell me you always working hard, so I just have to communicate what you share with me.
I know that.
I know. So share with the people who you are and what you got going on in the notary space.
Oh my goodness. I know that's right. Good evening, afternoon, morning to everyone. My name is Addie M. Clowney of AMC Mobile Notary Services. I've been a notary for 5 years. Who would have thought it? Who would have thought it? I'm affectionately known as a short black woman with dreads, but now, as you can see, now I have cute dreads with curls. Mm-hmm. So this is my third round with the 60-day challenge, and I'm doing the marketing part, marketing extraordinaire. You're talking to someone that lives and breathes this stuff, as they say. So I'm excited of joining with the fabulous team of Fabulous Five, as we can say. Take it away. Thank you.
All right, all right. So I'm Stephen Griffin Notary Services out here in the lovely state and city of Virginia and Virginia Beach. I've been a notary for 7 years now, doing the business from day one that I became a notary. And as many of you may know, I always wanted to be a notary, which is probably weird. When I was 15 years old, going to the parks and stuff, I used to see these little signs saying Notary Public in people's yards. And I'm like, okay, what the heck mean? And being in a Black community, nobody really knew what the heck it was, but we just knew that it was something. And then somebody somewhere along the line just mentioned to me, said, oh, they get paid for sitting at home and signing papers for people. And I was like, ooh, I want to do that. And that was when I was 15. Fast forward to where I was about, 40-something, about 50 years old, 51. And I'm 58 now. And I just sat there at work one day, bored and frustrated with the way things was going. I said, you know what? Bump all the dumb stuff. I'm going to be a notary. And I downloaded, printed, got my application filled out right there at work in one of these little crazy meetings that we was having, and became a notary and haven't looked back. And when the gentleman told me at my job, after being in it 2 years, and I said, well, how long I got to put up with this crap that y'all are putting me through? He simply told me, Griff, you sometimes got to decide how much crap you're willing to put up with in order to get a paycheck. And I said, okay. And my wife looked at me and she said, Griff, I ain't telling you to leave, but it's time for you to go. And I wrote a letter and I told him, I understand that you said I need to put up with a certain amount of crap. I understand that may be who you are, but that has never been and never will be me. So my decision is to put up with 0% and I'm out. And he called and said, I thought you had an understanding. I said, we do. I understand it's time for me to go. You gave me an ultimatum, so I exercised it. And ever since then, I've just been working hard to become the best notary I can be, because my mom, especially my mom did, she always said, whatever you do, son, be the best, even if it's a trash man. And I said, got it. So I put my whole heart and soul into it. I understand from other business ventures that people who we go into business with, we're not working for these folks because we're a business and their business. We're working together, partnering to get a job done, that they don't necessarily care about us. As I always say, notaries aren't the notaries are the least powerful, but we're the most important, because the people who control the money they got the power, and that's the lender. But we are the most important, because guess what? After all the paperwork is said and done, you need us to sign off on it so that everybody can get paid. But we don't have to have an attitude about it. We just have to understand our role and understand our laws and stand firm on that when we go up against opposition who don't know the law and just want us to do stuff just to get the deal done. And when I realized how this industry actually works, I said, I need to make sure that I know what I need to do and can stand firm in a court of law, or even if just somebody asks me a question, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. Here's what my state law says, because me doing it this way gets everybody paid. When I don't do it that way, and since there's really not a statute of limitations when y'all can examine these closings and look back on them, I don't feel like being in jail. So I like my wife. I like being with her. She ain't coming to jail to kick it with me. So I need to be free. And what I'm trying to do is teach notaries the same thing. And with this business, it's all about mindset and a desire to be the best you can be. Even if you don't fully love this business, but if you love being the best you can be, at least aim for that, you know? So that's my goal with everything in life, is to be the best I can be, and then help people out along the way. Those who desire to be helped and want to be helped, I got you. If you don't, peace out. All right, so we're going to allow Belinda to give us the great big overview, because she's a little bit more articulate than me. And then Daryl, he's the next most articulate than me. So we're going to let her start off and share this 60-day challenge to all of us.
All right, so guys, this is not the first time. This is something that we have found has been very helpful throughout this whole year. I started with the group back earlier on in February. And so this upcoming 6-day challenge is incorporating, for those that are entrepreneurs, you don't have to be a notary public to actually take advantage of this opportunity. So please do share this with your other friends that are small business owners that do want to actually learn more of how they can operate in their businesses. And this is at a low cost where it's literally under $40. And the goal is for you to challenge yourself for 8 consecutive weeks. That's going to build up the 60 days, where you're going to choose from either marketing with Miss Addie CLOWNEY, where you're going to actually choose possibly the Apostille Facilitator with LADARRELL WORF, or Mentorship with Uncle Griff, or how to set up your Google business profile with myself. All of these are intricate parts of how to really change your mindset and really create a foundation that you can actually believe in. If you see it, you can actually make it happen. And so our goal is for you to not feel like you don't know where to start, or you can't afford some of these types of trainings that you will see on the internet all the time. Is from a group of individuals that have done everything that we teach. And so we come in from a standpoint of just helping you not feel like you have to do this alone and feeling paralyzed. Many times we are in our own way. So our goal is to be able to be a present to actually help guide you along the way. So I personally like to meet you where you are. I think I speak for all of us here in the group. That's pretty much what we do. We really want to make sure that you're able to be successful, cheering you on along the way. But you have to put forth the steps into place. We give you the tools and resources. When we show you how to use them, now this is when you need to take action and apply it to yourself and your business in order for you to see growth potential. Give yourself 90 days. That to me is the sweet spot of anything showing change with consistency, determination, and a support group. So again, you're not by yourself. You have 4 of us that's going to be here to help you based on the journey you decide to take, based on that challenge that you choose. So again, this is our goal, to be in a place where we can help to support and pave the way and pay it forward. And we hope that you too will come from a servitude heart to actually help somebody else when you get it. You know, if you know they're struggling in something that you know you are really good at, then take that time to say, hey, let me kind of show you a few things. And hopefully they can now take heed to that information, now you can see that they're actually able to move forward. So that's what we want. We don't want you to stay stuck. All right. And I think, again, everyone here can actually say the same, but that is what we're actually creating. The challenge starts October the 5th. You want to actually take advantage of it now. A lot of the early bird had already expired. So if you didn't get on board in the beginning, you still can actually afford the opportunity at $34.99, where you actually are able to just, again, know that this is a small investment for you to take the time to pay attention and actually apply the information to what you can do. So the ball's in your court. We bring it to you. Now you got to play the game. Back to you, Griff.
All right. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So what we'll do is we'll have LADARRELL share his portion of what he's going to just give a quick overview of what he's going to talk about in Apostille, what the goal is. And then we'll come to me, and then we'll go back to Belinda to share her portion.
Perfect. Sounds good. Sounds good. Hey guys, I'm super, like I said, I'm always super excited to talk to you, right? Super excited to share. So what we're going to be doing in my session, or the session I should say I'm going to be leading, because it's not my session, it's your guys' session. Let's be for it is your session. So in that particular session that I will be leading, we will be looking at apostille facilitation, right? And so some of you guys, I see in the chat, there's a few people who had calls about apostilles and had to pass them off to others just because they didn't feel confident enough. Well, I guess what? I can guarantee you, and I give very few guarantees, I can guarantee you that after spending 8 weeks, like 8 straight Sundays in my session, our session, right, you will understand what an apostille is, why are they needed, how do we navigate the process, and you will become the extraordinaire, the professional person to help someone else through this process, right? Because that's why clients are going to be calling us. They're going to be calling us because we will be the professionals who understand the research, all the back end stuff, all the business behind the business, if you will, right? So that's what we're going to be diving deep into to make sure that people understand. Because guess what? For those of us who don't know what an apostille is, these are important documents that people need to use internationally, right? So we're going to be sending people's important paperwork, their important documents, sometimes wills, power of attorneys, school transcripts, birth certificates, all these type of things. They're sending abroad for whatever the purpose may be, either be it business or be it personal family matters. I can speak tonight, y'all. I can speak. I can speak, right? So we're going to be covering things like that. And it's amazing because there's just so much opportunity. So much opportunity. I know you guys probably heard people talking about it for a while now, and some of you like, oh, I'm starting too late, right? So many people are doing it. No, there's millions, dozens of millions, tens of millions. That's the proper phrasing. Tens of millions of apostilles that are processed on a yearly basis, right? And there is still enough room. There's plenty of room for us to go in. And again, as Miss Belinda mentioned earlier, you do not have to be a notary. I know most of our audiences are notaries, but you do not have to be. It is not a requirement to be a notary to help facilitate the apostille process. So that's going to be something we're going to dive deep into. You're going to learn how to build, you're going to build confidence around understanding the research that you're going to have to do. Confidence when it comes to talking to clients. Confidence in the biggest thing people struggle with, pricing your services appropriately for your market, right? For your market. There's going to be so many different things. And quite honestly, when we're done with the eight weeks, the 8 Sundays, guess what? Someone mentioned it. They wish they had someone they can call. You get my phone number. You get LADARRELL's direct phone number. You can call me. We will walk you through. This is not going to be one of those things where you just join our session and as soon as it's over, it's over. No, we're building relationships because I don't know if it was mentioned, I'm only taking on 10 people. That's it. Because that's all I feel I can take at one time and dedicate the needed time with you guys. So there's going to be 10 individuals in my session, and we're going to be walking through this. And when it's over, you have questions, call me. Right? That's what we're here for. We're here to help you guys. So with that being said, I look forward. We're not done. I look forward to seeing you guys in the session. But I'm going to go ahead and turn it back over to Uncle Griff.
All right. And Yes, he's going to be working with you on about getting business. It don't make any sense to teach you how to do it apostille and not how to get the business. So you're going to learn all of that. You're going to know how to get the business as well. Okay. So what I'm dealing with is mentorship. Because you have to have the right mindset, because many of you have already gotten the apostille, got the Google business, you got the marketing, but you still ain't done nothing. And it's you who's stopping you from going forward. And you have a belief in yourself, but yet you don't know how to execute it, because guess what? For the last X amount of years, you've been doing W-2 work, and now you got to transition into a business mindset. So my goal is to be there for you, to help you work through those fears, to help you work through any of those issues that you feel you have that is prohibiting you. How do you deal with your spouse? How do you deal with your kids? How do you stay focused when you're at work and you're running this business? How do you start planning on transitioning? All of those things. Because first of all, I know you have a goal. I know you have a desire to move forward in your business, but sometimes you need somebody to just walk alongside you and hear you out. And that's what I'm there for. And to help you to know how to deal with the naysayers that first start within, and then the naysayers that are on the outside. Because when you have a strong internal way of dealing with the naysayers who inside of you, then when those people come on the outside trying to discourage you or trying to turn you away from the goal that you've already set. So in other words, let's just say you decided you want to do apostille, and you're knocking it out the park and you're doing great with it. And then all of a sudden, loan closings start popping off again. You don't have a desire to do it, but everybody's telling you to take that training. Everybody's telling you to come over this way. And you're like, I don't want to. And you have to be strong enough to stay the course. And that takes a lot of effort. And that's what my goal is to help you develop into that. So while you're working your W-2, if you left your W-2, if you're in transition and you need to go back to a W-2, but you don't want to give up the business, as your mentor, I'm going to be there to help you through this. And one of the things that I offer to the people who take this 60-day challenge on the mentorship part, once it's over, you give me a call. You get stuck on something, you have a problem with a signing company, you have a problem with a lender or whoever, and you're trying to figure out what's the best way to address them and to communicate to them, give me a call. I'll be more than happy to give you some guidance. Unfortunately, they won't let me talk to them because they're only dealing with you, but I can give you some insight on how to deal with them. But the mentorship is to help you, for those of you who've been sitting on the sideline after you've taken the hundreds and maybe thousands of dollars of training already. Now let's get up off your butt and let's move forward. All right, let's go on over to Miss Belinda with the Google My Business.
All right, guys. So you are wanting to be visible, trying to figure out how can you be found. People are using search engines all the time, and Google is one of the largest there is in the world. And the goal is for you to be seen when someone's looking for a business near them based on what you are actually offering as services or products. This is like the foundation where to start. You may have a social media page. You may actually have like an actual physical building. But the goal is, how can you be found? Many people are struggling with not getting the customers because even though they're good at what they're doing, people don't know that or cannot get to you if you are not planted correctly. All right. So my goal is to help you know exactly how to build up your Google business profile. It's free, but that's like one of the first things you want to have established before you actually start putting so much time into your social media profiles, because all of that kind of connects with the search engine optimization. You hear people say SEO all the time. Well, SEO is kind of short for keywords. When you're looking for something more specific, like you can put the word training in your browser, you're going to see so many different things come through, but you want to be a little bit more specific. What type of training are you looking for? Is it for a college degree, or is it a trade? You want to actually have something that's going to be more definitive to what you're wanting to find for the output that the search engine is going to give you. So you don't have to understand SEO for you to actually be in a position of gaining what SEO can actually do for you. And so with my class, I'm going to actually not just show you how to build up your Google business profile, but also know how to set yourself up for success when it comes to being found for the different services you offer, as well as your different products, because that's the easy part. You just want to actually know exactly how to set yourself up. If you're not a business, that's fine. You want to actually tell Google who you are, what it is that you're actually offering in order for it to make sense that you're using their platform. So you got those that are solopreneurs, you got those that actually are sole proprietors in their position of what they do and offer. You have some that are at a DBA level, and then you have those that are LLC and higher. When it comes to just, again, getting those things established when it comes to your name, yes, those are the first things you want to actually make sure is in place. Then you put everything on your Google business profile so that it can be consistent when they see you on your social media platforms. If you have your website, you want to make sure everything looks the part. Branding is huge. So you want to make sure that you're consistent across everything that you're a part of in your business, so it doesn't bring confusion. So the goal for me is to make sure, again, when it comes to your Google business profile, when someone is searching for a business or service or product that you actually offer, you can start coming up and being found in their area. That is so important to us. Once you actually have that in place, you will start getting phone calls. You will start receiving emails. Whatever you put out there for them to actually reach you, you now will be able to get the visibility. And again, it's very one of those things. It's tedious to get a lot of things started, but once you actually create it with all that hard work, then you can actually start feeling a little bit more relaxed because it's starting to work for you. You still have to maintain. You want to also use images. You want to be able to actually share reviews. Testimonials is everything for your business when people are trying to figure out, do I really want to work with you? What can you bring to the table that the other competitor is not doing? So tell me why I should do business with you. You have the opportunity to showcase what you offer before someone actually picks up the call or phone to call you. So again, you want to have a first impression that's going to want to make them call you, want to make them contact you, because again, you're putting information out there because you want to be in business. In order for you to stay in business, you got to be relevant. You got to be found. So again, with the Google business, it's all about putting yourself in a position that you're not spending a lot of money to do something or create something that is free. The only thing that you have to invest is your time. Okay. So these 8 weeks, you're going to be able to go through the training with me, and then I will choose. And again, my limit is 10 as well, because when you're in an intimate setting, it helps you have more quality time to get the information that you need. Outside of the challenge days, you'll be able to still reach me. I'm always reachable by phone, text, messenger. You'll find me. My phone is always around. Can always respond back, but I'm always doing some type of training, so I may not be able to answer right away, but I will return your call. I will return your text message because I'm a person who don't mind communicating. That's huge for me. So I'm going to show you exactly how to, again, incorporate all the things that help you elevate on your business venture. So you have the opportunity to sign up and join me. So I know that you guys that are looking into marketing, can't wait to talk to Miss Addie. So I'm gonna let Miss Addie take the stage now and let you know what you can expect with her great marketing when it comes to what she brings to the table. Miss Addie. All right, we're gonna let her get situated so that you can hear her better. I think she's in a better place now.
Everyone, you will be working on SWOT analysis, marketing analysis, and also coming up with a marketing strategy that will assist you as you go on your marketing journey. Come aboard. Learn new stuff. Thank you.
Now that's what you call short and sweet, straight to the point. I'm serious. I'm serious. So we got 10-person limit for each for Ladaro, for Belinda. Were you going with the 10-person limit also, Addie? I believe she was, but I can deal with more than just 10 if people want to do. Okay. So, but, and y'all know when our other teachings, I do 10-person limit because actually 10-person is actually ideal to really, really have an intimate, like Ladera said, to be able to answer your questions and give you the time because we're only together for an hour. Okay. So we're not expecting 500 people to join us. So hop on in here. The link is in the description. Sign up. We're going to be sponsoring a few of y'all. Matter of fact, after this live is over, I'm going to hop on there and sponsor 2 seats for whoever. And y'all come on in here and get it. The whole point is we recognize, and Star is the brainchild of this here endeavor. And she's in the process of taking care of something so she can get some rest for her long hours tonight at work. But this is her brainchild, and me and Star friends, and I've supported her. Y'all know from day one I've been in this business and came across her. I still don't even know how I came across her. All I know is she came into my life and she won't leave. So we just gonna kick it for the rest of our life. It's just that simple. And we recognize that there's a gap in the notary training out here, and one of the gaps is the having a personal touch with the trainer. There are a lot of trainers out here who say, hey, come on in, come on in, come on in. And after that, you never really have any contact with them. We have been inundated with a lot of people who have taken trainings and need just a little more help. So we decided we're going to put this together to be able to help you. It's not to put down what they did, it's to help fill in the gap of what they either have chosen not to do or they're not in a position to do. And we are in a position to help you get over that hump and to the land of the living, the land of the living businesses, and take your valley of the dry business bones and take it. You know, I used to be a preacher. Take your the valley of the dry business bones and get some cartilage and some marrow and them tendons and bring that bad boy back to life so you can go out here and conquer the world and have the money that you said you needed for your family. This is about you, YOU, getting the financial resources in your business to take care of your family. This is to help you who lost your job. This is to help you who want to get away from your job. This is to help you who can't really find a part-time job that fits in with your family dynamics. That's what this is about. And you may have taken training. You may have thought about it, but this here training, what we're doing, will help you if you never taken training, and most definitely will help you if you have, but you still feel stuck. So our goal is to get you where you need to be at. And that's what this is all about. And it's at an affordable price. You can't beat it. I mean, the most affordable 60-day challenge you will ever find. So let's look at some of the questions out here. So going back a little bit, one of the questions came in was asking about whether or not we do. Oswald had asked a question about, I guess he might have taken it down, but he asked a question about, can you sign up for multiple sessions? Oh, here it is. Saying that he knows somebody that signed up for Ladaro's group. The person wants to know if they can sign up for another. At the moment, we are only doing one group at a time. So if you sign up for Ladaro, that's where you're going to be at for the 8 weeks. We have talked about making it to where you can do more, but that's a little bit of an effort. That is a little bit of logistical effort for us because we all have businesses that we're running, and it takes some time to do for us to make sure that we're available either that same night for 3 hours or multiple times during the week. So we got to figure something out. If it's possible, we'll make it happen. But if it's not, then at the moment it's you with Ladaro, you with me, you with Addie, you with Belinda. You get in there and you knock it out. And that's why we did have another session a few weeks down the line. Okay. But at the same time, each one of us is still available. So you can still hit up Belinda privately, however she goes about doing that for the Google My Business help. Same thing with LADARRELL, same thing with me. So we're not hidden from y'all, even if you don't take the training with us during that time. And then Shay Bay, she said she had someone call her for an apostille yesterday and didn't feel confident enough. So I called a fellow notary and gave the info to them. Wish you had someone to walk you through it. Well, Shay, I hope you will sign up so you can kick it with LADARRELL, so that will never ever happen to you again, unless you're on vacation in Barbados chilling and you can't do it. But then you still might be able to do it from Barbados anyway. And if you can, he will show you how to do it. So that's the most wonderful thing about what we do here. All right. And then Denise said Belinda helped her with her Google profile today. That is excellent. So we're about really getting you to where you need to be at in this business. And then Notary John said the question for Griff, are you available 24/7 or you have office hours for the challenge? I already know nobody gonna call me no 24/7. Ain't nobody gonna call me no 2 o'clock in the morning, this, that, and the other. I already know that. But the way I operate, if my eyes are open, I'll rock with you. You know, I've done document reviews and answered people's questions at 10 o'clock at night, at 6 in the morning, all of that. You just text me and I'll get to you. But yeah, I do go to sleep. Most people know I'm up. I only sleep about 5 hours a day. So I do go to sleep at some point in time, you know, but I'm there to help them out. So we'll get there. We'll get you to where you need to be. So if I need to be up at 10 o'clock in the night with you, then I'll be up there at 10 o'clock at night, 6 o'clock in the morning. Question is, will you? Because people will be asking for it and then they don't show up. So let's see here. Any other comments? All right. There you go, LADARRELL. She just signed up.
Shebe, I got you. I got you. You will never have to pass another one off unless you choose to do that because you're unavailable for whatever reason.
So LADARRELL,
yes, sir.
With Apostille, what has been the one or two biggest things that you've seen that has slowed people up that you most definitely are going to address so that it doesn't slow them up anymore with doing apostilles?
Yeah, for sure. So let's see, because there's a lot. One that's an easy one that everyone always talks about is improper notarizations. I know. I said earlier that you do not have to be a notary to do this. You don't. You can partner, right? If you happen to not be a commissioned notary, because I know most of our audience are notaries, right? But if you happen to not be a commissioned notary or in between, you can partner with people. But some of the biggest things that slow people down out, is it okay, Griff, if I give them multiple different answers?
Yeah, go for it.
Cool. So the one that slows, let's say, client processing down is improper notarizations, right? But then on the flip side, where it's us being the facilitators, something that slows us down is exactly what someone said in the chat, not having the confidence to know what to do next, right? So it's a lot of things, and you're like, oh, I don't know, this is going out of state. That's another big one. Say, I'm personally in Georgia. Is it possible to facilitate an apostille that has to, for whatever reason, go to, let's just say, Arkansas? Most people will just give up and pass that off. No, that's one thing that slows people down. You don't have to. One of the things that I love that we build out, pride ourselves on as a community, we connect with people, right? This is what I always tell somebody, and this is my look when it comes to paying anybody to teach you anything. They're supposed to come with the education. That's a given. What I personally look for, I need that Rolodex. I need a look inside of your network, right? Because that's how we build business. And I think that's one of the, I would take my answers back. That's the number one thing that stops people down, not having the proper network. Not having a proper network. So that was one. Well, it was more than one. Let's see. I don't give too many goods away. I'm just messing with you. I'm just. But yeah, no, that's one of the biggest things. And I appreciate it, Shay Bay, for shining up. Like I said, I got you. So whatever people face, we'll make sure we work it out, right? It is rare because I'm very transparent. The only apostille, whatever you want to, however you want to pronounce it, I still get paid from it. And so it does not matter how you pronounce it, we still get paid. The only ones that I personally choose to pass on is stuff for New York. And it's just because the boroughs and all that kind of stuff, it can be a little bit more involved. But guess what? When I say I pass on it, I have a notary associate. I call them my notary buddies. I have a notary buddy that I can call on and say, hey, I know when she goes. I know how long it takes her to get stuff done. And if they're, and I know her prices, right? I know what she charges. I just take a little fee off the top, like a connection fee or referral fee, or whatever you want to call it, and I send it her way, right? I never let business go by without taking care of, because guess what? I'm sending her business. I could be keeping her busy, and then she's gonna reciprocate for me. She's like, hey, I have something. I'm in New York. I have something that needs to go to Georgia. I'm sending it directly to you. It's still her client. Hear me out. Still her client. She will send it to me. I will handle it and take care of it, and vice versa. Still my client out in Georgia, but when it comes to New York, I'm not going to do all the research. It's just a lot. I send it to her. She does everything for me, take care of it, and puts it in the mail and sends it back to me. I hand deliver it to the client or send it out of the country to the client. That's one of the things that once you build a network like that, there's just no reason not to do this. And real quick, one last thing, and I'll turn it back over to you, Uncle Griff. When you were joking earlier and said the only way you won't be able to do this is if you're in like Barbados or something, guess what? Don't matter. This is one of those beautiful businesses, unlike being a notary, that we can do business in any border, in any state, in any country. I processed my first Georgia apostille while I was sitting in Virginia Beach, Virginia. And it just blew my mind. And that's when it clicked for me. I'm like, I'm sitting in Virginia. I started marketing and I left. I went on, it was a training I went to. And while I was there, my phone rang and I didn't want to take it. I'm like, I don't know. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like the person I was there with, she's like, what are you doing? Like, dude, it does not matter. Like, take the business or I will. I'm like, but you're in Virginia as well. She's like, I know. Do you want to lose business or do you want to take the business? And so that changed everything for me. And I was able to think bigger, right? That I can do this business from anywhere. But with that being said, I'm gonna turn it back over to you, Uncle Griff.
All right. Well, for those of you, and I put it in the chat, if you don't have a full, clear understanding or not confident in doing notarial certificates, I have training. Okay, I have training on how to do notarial certificates. All right. So this training is actually tomorrow at noon. So you still got time to sign up. And Sunday, you only need to take one session. You don't need to take two. And it will help you understand everything you need to know about notarial certificates, about dealing with out-of-state certificates, the formats, all of that. So that way, if you have to notarize something, you will know what to do. And you won't be embarrassed when you're sitting there working direct and they say, okay, here's the documents. And you looking at them like, can y'all go to the bathroom or something? So I can get on Facebook and ask them how to fill this out. No. I'm going to help you stop that. And what I call it is notary certificate training, AKA learning how to do your job, because that's our job, to properly notarize the signatures on the document. So the link, I just put it over there and I'll drop it back later in the description here. But like LADARRELL said, apostilles, you can do them anywhere. You got to learn it. Once you learn it, you'll be able to flow. And the big thing is being ready. So between the marketing with ADDIE, the Google My Business with Belinda, you'll get the opportunities. And then with some mentorship, you'll have the right mindset to not talk yourself out of the opportunity. That's really where you see how all of this works together. It all works together, okay, for you to move and go out here and grow your business to what it needs to be. And I keep saying this. when you came into this business, when you got introduced to it, when you was looking how to make money, side hustles 2025, whatever you did to look, and you saw this, you said, this could make me some money. Stay focused on that. Don't get thrown off with all this other stuff. I know everybody wants 17 streams of income, but you can legitimately only deal with 3 actively. And the rest that you try to have passive, it still takes some time and effort. And if you never had to work multiple things before, you haven't developed your mindset in that, it can be daunting and overwhelming, and then you can destroy everything that you're trying to build to where you have to go back to a W-2. So stop the short game. Stop trying to quickly become somebody's next person that walks across the stage bragging about what you've done, and just focus on building legacy for you and your family. You can do this. You don't need to be interviewed by anybody. You don't need to be on somebody's stage. You don't need to be given accolades of any sort. What you need is to have your business formatted and solidified to where you can pass this on to your kids. You can teach your kids how to do this, and they do it. And if your kids don't want to do it, then the grandkids. You hang around long enough, eat some good, healthy food when you're 125, and the grandkids say, hey, what was that you used to do? Let me show you how to be a notary. You can teach them that, okay? That's what this is about. This isn't about bragging rights. This isn't about you showing everybody what you got. This is about you building something that can take care of your family. That's what this is about, because you can have all the bragging, but if you ain't taking care of your family, it means nothing. And I don't want, personally, I don't want you to lose your family trying to run behind somebody else's dream for you. See, some people out here, I know I'm going a little bit off script here, but some people got a dream for you, but it's really for them, because the dream they have for you requires you to pay them money to tell you their dream that they have for you, but it's really you living their dream of them constantly getting money, and you never actually implementing any of the stuff that you supposed to do. And that's why so many people are stuck. And that's why we said we're trying to fill in the gap and get you out of this here whirlpool cycle of just constantly helping everybody else's dream get fulfilled, but yours doesn't. So you might as well call us the Dream Fulfillment Team. That's who we are. We're here to help.
I love that, Griff.
We're here to help you get your dream. We're not just the dream team. We're the dream fulfillment. See, the dream team is somebody, oh, I dream that they can be, but they're the ones doing it. We're here to help you fulfill your dreams. That's just the way it is. All right. So any other questions? Anything you got, Belinda?
I love everything you just said. Some things are so, oh my goodness, profound. And I hope you guys are really paying attention to this. Again, many of us here are notaries, but I am going to share this for those that are non-notaries, but do have either an aspiration to actually have a business of your own. If you already have a small business that's unrelated to being a notary public, or as an entrepreneur, again, you're in a different space. This challenge can touch on any business when it comes to everything that we're all doing here. It's all about, again, when you think about mindset, it's all for you to know how you can actually gain the power to do the things that you have been wanting to do, and still, again, trying to figure it out. We find ourselves being the laborer when it comes to our gifts and talents, where we may not understand the administration portion of business. And there are free courses out there for those that are in the state of North Carolina. There's 58 small business centers through the community college. They teach all aspects of businesses at no cost. If you're in any other state of the US, you have SCORE. SCORE is a free business opportunity for you to actually get a counselor or a mentor to help you on the business level, because if you don't understand business, you are not going to do well. So the goal is for you to know exactly where you need to go to get the information to guide you in the right direction, because there's a lot of distractions online. Okay. YouTube is great when you know specifically what you need to look for to help you. Otherwise, you're going to confuse yourself, because you're going to have so many different things about the same topic been told in a different way. Some people are factually speaking, some people are opinionated. It's a difference. So I would encourage you to take the time to really say, okay, what brings me joy? What that might be can be now the opportunity for you to start looking into that a little bit more. We're all here for a purpose. And while we're here, we want to actually bring meaning to the world of helping others in our gifts. And again, what your gift is yours and yours alone. You don't need to be in competition with anyone other than yourself. Try to be the better you next year than you are now. That is the competition you should always have, is how much better am I going to improve myself versus how I'm going to actually be better than them. You don't even know what they may be going through that may not be as better as you was hoping for. So focus on yourself. Put all of those thoughts and those actually intentions in you. And that's how you will actually start leveling up, becoming successful, and being around other people that are positive, that is supportive, that are truly rooting for you. And that is what I bring to the table, is helping you know exactly what you might want to consider as your gift when we have a conversation. Everyone has one. Some have plenty, okay? And so when you wear so many hats, it's always good for you to take the time to actually journal. Okay, what are all the things that I can do? What are the things actually I want to do more of, because I really do feel good about this? And once you can actually identify what that is, then that's when you can start road mapping something out for yourself and getting with the right people who can actually help you in their own gifts to actually help you excel in those things. And that's my encouragement to you. And please be an encouragement to others. So I'm looking forward to this next challenge.
Yes, yes, most definitely. So for Shay Bay, you asked a question about the phrase seller's opening package. So what I see that's supposed to be is a seller's opening package is a strategic proposal that provides the data-driven plan for selling a home for the highest possible price in the shortest amount of time, while clearly outlining the process and cost involved. So that's what it says. I did a quick deep seek and asked, what is a seller's package when someone is selling their home, and basically they call it a listing package, seller package, or pre-listing package is a collection of documents and information for a real estate agent that a real estate agent prepares and presents to a homeowner who is considering selling their property. So I don't know if they, I would assume you didn't have anything to notarize in there or anything of that nature, since it wasn't a actual seller's package. So that shows you we can get the opportunity to do a little bit of everything out here. And the whole goal is to be ready. See, when you have your confidence together in marketing, in Google My Business, in Apostille, the mentorship, notary certificates. In other words, when you know how to do your job, you can stand before anybody and be ready to go. One of the questions that Star asked the other day in the clubhouse, and she talked about, was being ready and thinking how she lost some business because she wasn't thinking in the right mindset. Now, this isn't indicative of her, but I think, but I believe it is for other people. When you don't have confidence in what you're actually supposed to do, you don't even think about opportunities. How can I think about gaining a $10,000 opportunity when I really know that I don't know what the heck to do? I can't think about, oh yeah, we can say it out of our mouth. But as a preacher told me a long time ago, you'll talk your way out of it. You know how to say things and make people not want to work with you. And sometimes that's why I believe some of y'all offer such a high price. Not because you really believe the quality of work is, or what you're doing is worth that, but because you don't really know what the heck you're doing, and you hoping you price them out to where they won't use you. And then hopefully if they do say, oh, I'm going to give you $300 for this, now you got enough money to go pay LADARRELL or somebody else to tell you what to do. That's what you're doing. Come on now. You know, I'm gonna pull it back on you. Y'all get these high fees from people, and then you're paying everybody else on what to do, and you still only end up with $50. Boy, that'll preach on Sunday. But I'm just saying, we want you to know what the heck you're doing, so you ain't got to always pay everybody else to figure out what to do. And if that's the place where you've been at, I hope you're signing up. I hope you are signing up. Period. Okay. And if you sign up and filled up the classes, we're still going to sponsor you, and we'll figure out 2 people to sponsor and get you your money back. Okay. We still going to sponsor some people in this thing. So we here for you. Okay. This isn't about us making money. I have to put it out there because I know that's percolating in some people's mind. This is about us finding a way to fill in the gap of what y'all have said over and over again in various ways, directly, indirectly, through emails, DMs, text messages, daggone pigeons, whatever been flying around my house, dropping little notes and stuff. I go up there and I'm thinking it's a little Griff. I still don't know how to do notary certificates. Another one, Griff. What the heck is a jurat? Okay, I got you. The only thing I wish I would do is at least put a phone number on there so I can call you back and answer you. Keep dropping these notes off at my house, and I can't even get in contact with you to give you an answer. But nonetheless, this is why we're doing what we're doing. And yes, we have fun while we're doing it. So yes, we're serious, but we have fun while you're doing it. And guess what? I believe that within the first 3 weeks of you being in this here challenge, you're going to already see some opportunities come your way. And guess what? We're going to be right there to help.
Amen.
We're going to be right there to help you across the board. Okay. I'm telling you, this is going to be awesome. We're going to have a great time, and we'll be done in time for Thanksgiving and all that good stuff. So you can go get you some turkey or some Cornish hens and all that good stuff, which I do make a mean Cornish hen. I like to smoke mine. So,
oh yeah, that's nice.
I tell you, smoked Cornish hen. Look, I got to give you a side.
Smoked anything.
Smoked anything. If you really want to make that turkey or that Cornish hen pop, what you do is you get you some good bell peppers, celery, garlic, and some ginger, and just stuff it in there. Chop it up and stuff it. Put it on the inside, and just let it cook however you desire. And when that stuff start breaking up, you talking about some good meat. It's good. Okay, so we'll teach you how to cook too. Okay, so as a side note, we'll spend about 5 minutes teaching you how to cook, and we know LADARRELL knows something. I don't know. I'm just learning who LADARRELL is. I know he got some kind of special talent. I don't know what it is yet, but he got something special that he can knock it out the ballpark outside of Apostille. So
I know how to eat. I know how to eat good food.
That's all right.
There can be a talent.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to end it here. And we want to thank each and every one of you for hopping on with us and taking time out of your busy evening. We're here for you. That's just the bottom line. We're here for you. October the 5th, we're getting ready to get started. And
I do want to add one more thing.
Go for it.
So if you're wanting to actually sponsor someone, you can do that as well. So if you go on to our pay link, you have that option to sponsor. And that way, when you make that payment, we'll get the notification. It is a sponsorship for those that have reached out to us and say, hey, I really just need some assistance because I don't have it right now. We understand that. So that sponsorship can actually be for that person. So again, that is an option for you all so that you can pay it forward in just that small way as well. Thank you for that.
All right. So right there, when you're on there, everything you need to know, the link is in the description. Let's just say you want to do the marketing and you click. I always get it.
And you have Afterpay. Okay.
Yeah, we have Afterpay.
So again, it's affordable for the payment.
Oh, my bad. Old age kicked in on Griff. Y'all know how I am. Old age kicked in on Griff.
It's all good.
My apologies, y'all. There it is. Sponsorship. And right there, and you select sponsorship, and then you just follow the prompts and do your thing and help somebody out. So I want to say I appreciate these wonderful leaders coming on. We're going to have ourselves a ball. We're here for you. And that is it. So y'all have a wonderful evening out here in the wonderful YouTube space, and just be great. And we look forward to seeing y'all on October the 5th. And we're going to knock this thing out the park so you can have the money you need for your family.
Awesome.
All right. Y'all have a good one. Talk to y'all later. Peace.